Starbane's Avenue.
Dave, hey, it is time for the trivia question about the show that you are on, Dave.
This show that you are on, too.
This one's a little bit a higher level than the easy questions that we usually do that you miss. This one's a little bit harder. This one is, how many episodes have we had with classically trained clowns on it? How many episodes with classically trained clowns?
I'm going to say one. Because we only had one.
All right, that is incorrect, Dave. The answer is two. It is two. We've had two classically trained clowns. They both talked about it. One was Pam West, that I believe you were thinking of, and the other was Eddie Pepitone.
I was thinking of Eddie. I forgot about Pam. Of course, Pam.
All right. Well, there you go, Dave. So everybody check us out at unseemlyquestions.com and Six Unseemly on all social media. Let's get the show started. Welcome to Six Unseemly Questions. I'm your host, Victor Varnado. This is my sidekick, Dave Rosinsky. We've got a great contestant on the show today. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Nick Turner. Come on up.
Just saw Eddie Pepitone in a King of Queens episode.
Yeah, you turn on your camera.
From the odds. Oh no, they have no idea who said it.
Was he dressed as a clown by any chance?
Yeah. He was dressed as a clown, and he was the only person in the whole episode, and he just cried for 30 minutes. It was a departure from the series. No, he was a neighbor. He had more hair. Yeah. He looked nice. Looked a little cutie.
Oh, he's still kind of a cutie, I would say. I mean, he is deteriorating.
It's a nice story.
Thanks.
We have a wonderful studio audience. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Eric Bergstrom and Rachel Teichman. Thank you so much for the studio audience. You two.
Hey.
Hey. Howdy. Look who it is.
Nick, I'm going to explain to you how the show works, and we're going to get started. I'm going to ask you 6 unseemly questions. At the end of each question, I'll ring a bell if I like your answer like this. However, if I do not like your answer, I will not ring the bell. Regardless of how many bells you get at the end of the show, I'll decide whether or not your appearance on the show is worth giving you $5 whole.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, question number 1. How rich are you?
Great question. I'm not rich.
Oh, you're not rich?
I'm going to say 0. On a scale, how big is the scale? To 100? 0. If it's
0.
only 10, 0.
But your show is called Get Rich Nick, and you've been doing it for like a year, right?
Am I still doing it? I've been doing it for 2.5 years.
Oh, for 2.5 years.
No,
so you think over
a year and a half.
You think of over
a year and two.
A year and a half of doing a show about getting rich, that maybe you'd get rich by, a year and a half.
Yeah, well, that was my idea, Victor. I also thought that, but here we are. God damn, I just please everyone out there, can just donate money to Doge so I could be rich soon.
Yeah, guys, invest in Dogecoin. All right, I'm going to ring a bell for turning that question into an ad. All right.
For my personal business.
Now, it's time for question number 2. But before we do that, can you tell people out there what you do?
Oh, yeah. I'm an actor / writer / that's a callback from a joke.
From our episode of the show.
I'm a comedian. I feel like a comedian encompasses all the bullshit. No matter what you're doing during the day, it's just part of a comedian, even though it's mostly just getting coffee. Podcaster, Get Rich Nick, go over there, and a budding t-shirt impresario.
All right. I hope you do become a t-shirt impresario. I'll buy your t-shirts. Just tell me about them. I will totally buy your
They're in the store. GetRichNick.com/store.
Oh, the ones on the website? Maybe after a redesign, I'll buy one.
Are the t-shirts
question number what?
Are the t-shirts handmade?
They're made in downtown Los Angeles. No sweatshops. The t-shirts that I use.
And then they're screen printed, right?
Eco-friendly. Then I screen print them, myself with these hands.
You screen print them yourself?
I'm screen printing, buddy.
Oh, all right. That's different. Then I'll buy a t-shirt.
Okay, great. Check out my new Amazon crime delivery van t-shirt. It's hot.
All right. We will. It's time for question number 2. All right. Question number 2. What part of your body is the least functional?
My tits.
Really?
Yes. My wife's tits, they squirt out milk, They're attractive. They really fill out an outfit. Mine ruin everything.
We see them.
No.
No.
No. I don't
Rachel-
show. They would ruin this podcast. I know this is video.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Nick. Rachel, do not ask our guests to see their breasts.
Okay.
I'm so surprised I even have to tell you that.
It's a fair question.
That is not what this show is about.
Okay.
It's a fair question, but you have to be ready for a no.
You know what? I'm going to give you a bell as an apology for Rachel's.
However, I can get them.
Nice.
I need them bells.
So you feel like your boobs are the least functional. Like, I mean, do you still have your appendix?
Yeah, I
Okay.
do. Is that not doing anything down there?
Well,
Can
I
we
mean,
see it?
It's just waiting to attack me. At least it's like formulating a plan.
a
good
lot of the people.
Can I
I mean,
see
I
it?
actually don't know what the
Sorry,
appendix
just-
does now because I think it doesn't really do anything anymore, does it? What did it used to do? Does anybody know? The appendix?
No.
No, it helps you until you hit puberty.
It helps do what till you hit puberty?
It helps get you to puberty, and it
Oh, it
sends you
helps.
along, and then it just sits there and watches you grow.
I don't
That's
know
not-
if that's true at all.
That's nice of it.
It has to do with digestion. Yeah,
Sure.
it's like an enzyme
does.
thing.
Are you sure? Do you have anything to back this up?
I could like send you a link pretty quickly. Yeah.
Okay,
After the show, it is time for question number 3. Question number 3. Do you enjoy Thanksgiving?
I love Thanksgiving.
Oh, you do?
Well, we all had our own jobs. You know, my mom did most of the cooking, but my dad would stale the bread the night before. He'd lay it all out on the counter to stale it. And then that was his job. And my job was mashed potatoes. And my secret ingredient, cumin, no secret. But as of late, I've started to try to make Anthony Bourdain's stuffing, which is a multi-day process that involves 4 different kinds of mushrooms and roasting chestnuts, and it's a complicated process. But I'm this close to perfecting it, and then I will have the perfect Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
Oh, so it's really about the food.
What else?
Well, I mean, people, your
No,
family.
tell me one other aspect of Thanksgiving I should care about.
Well, you don't.
I
have
see people
to.
every day.
Well, I
You know?
don't know how you get around your family. I just figured, like, you know, a lot of people like have a lot of feelings about Thanksgiving because they have to go deal with their families. Sometimes it's positive and sometimes it's negative. And in your case, but it's just like
Yeah.
good food.
Yeah, sorry. No, I have a great family. And
Oh,
I know
that's-
this upsets people, especially in the comedy community. But my family is fantastic. And I love spending time with them. And I don't even think about that side of it. We do argue sometimes about who's the most liberal,
Mhm.
but that's about it.
I mean, I also have a great family, and I also enjoy Thanksgiving, but because of my family, not because of the food. Because I have a great family, so I like to see them on Thanksgiving, and that overrides food.
Well, to each his own.
Oh, I guess so. To each his
You're
own.
never
then.
going to have as much of a problem with your tits as I am.
I could. In fact, there's some things I don't like. My nipples get a little hairy, so you know that's one of those.
Oh, also no hair. You know, so
Also,
you really just see it all.
On your nipples?
Yeah, I have like 13 hairs on my chest.
Okay, but most people would most people would like that though, right?
They're really long.
grow them out. Grow them out, man.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give you a bell for the long hairs on your chest. All right. It is now time for question number 4. Question number 4. Are you proud of your ding dong?
I have always been proud of my ding dong, and my love for it continues to grow. Although it's hard to remember, you know, when you're not showing it to new people, you know, it's hard to, you know, almost like every time you show it to a new person, it's almost like getting your vows renewed. with your penis, you know, just being
Uh-huh.
like, I remember, thank you for not making me worry about you. It's very straight. It's a great length. And it's girthy. I don't know. It's one of my pride and joys. One of my prides and joys.
Yeah,
And-
I think that if it does sound like you're indeed proud of your ding dong. I didn't know how
for
that
sure.
question was going to go, but I'm glad that. I mean, I understand what you're talking about because as a guy, there is that moment like when you have to pull your penis out, and then people take a look at it, and then they judge you immediately on your penis, and so that is a harrowing moment. It can be it can be anxiety ridden.
Yeah, especially, you know, because I might not have the best body on the block. So that when they get to this, they're like, holy shit, I wasn't even expecting anything good.
And they're like, that is the best penis on the block.
And then every apartment on this.
Also the best boobs on the block.
Hey, yeah.
What's Dave? You're not playing the game. What was the boobs thing?
He was talking about his boobs before.
That's accurate.
No, but
I want him
the
to feel
best-
good about his boobs, not just, you know. Like don't feel bad about your boobs. They're gonna make milk one day. Don't worry.
Sometimes your humor confuses me.
Imagining a girl of Dave Rosinsky say boobs to you while you're making out. Nice boobs. That would turn me on.
It's
Yeah,
not like it hasn't happened before.
I mean, I have seen. I do know for a fact that a lot of women do enjoy how Dave talks, and so
And what else?
and
How
some
Dave-
of them have enjoyed hanging out with you, and even fewer still having sex with you.
Okay. Whatever you say.
All right. That was a good answer. I'm gonna give the bell on that question. Are you proud of your ding dong?
Ding ding for the ding dong.
Dave, how about you? Are you proud of your ding dong?
Yes, I'm very proud of my ding dong. Are you proud of your ding ding?
I used to have a cat named Ding Ding. He passed away.
Shocking.
I was
Oh,
proud of
not
him
that
while he
part.
was alive.
Uh-huh.
It is time for question number 5. Question number 5. Would you be a good con man?
This is a good question, and this is one of my biggest failings. I would not.
Oh,
I
no?
would love to be. When I was a kid, honestly, one of my like fantasy jobs when I grew up, cat burglar.
Oh, really?
God, imagine just being able to go anywhere and take whatever you wanted. But alas, as we can tell, I'm not really the body of a cat burglar, and nor the brain. I say everything. I will tell you everything. I'm too truthful to a fault.
You're also very
that-
convincing, you know?
Say what?
You're very convincing. Maybe you don't know your abilities in that area yet.
Well, that's probably true. I don't know my true self.
Maybe you haven't been through con man puberty yet.
So he was saying, but he was talking about a negative thing he does about being a con man, right? So you're too truthful, and then Dave, you're like also you're very convincing, which is like the opposite argument.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, Dave.
I'm just trying to. No, I'm not. I. It's fine, but I'm just trying to figure out like where he was going with. Sometimes.
I mean, you want to be a con man for good? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, you could just tell the people the truth convincingly. So that sounds, like a terrible con man, maybe.
You could trick the people into doing good things, good deeds.
I do want to be one of those con men for good, like I forget what you call it, but the people who waste con men's time.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like there's a bunch of people who, when people try to do internet scams, they make them send them pictures of themselves with pots on their heads to prove that they're real.
One of these guys got the scammers to film Monty Python's The Parrot sketch.
What?
And then send it to them, like as part of the scheme to get the money. And so you can look that up online and just these Nigerian funny. Scammers doing the parrot sketch.
I will definitely do that. And thank you, because I'm you know what, I'm gonna give you a bell because I love finding like super weird videos that are just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I actually sometimes when I make things to put online. I make them specifically so that just people can just find them and just have like a weird time with them.
Look at this weird piece of shit.
Exactly. I mean, I do that. I do it all the time. I love people to just find things because every once in a while, someone will contact me and say, "Hey, did you make this weird thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, hey, I made it."
And that's all the satisfaction you need.
And I love videos like that. Those are just treasures to me. That's like you've given me quite the gift. So
Well, watch it first.
Yeah. All right. So you wouldn't be a good con man. That's too bad. But you seem like you would be a good con man because of your vocal quality.
Oh yes, that's also off-putting to people.
And your sleight of hand.
Look at that.
3-card Monty,
No.
man. 3-card
Yeah, your hand is
Monty.
hardly there. All right. So it's time for question number 6. Question number 6. Just by looks, do people think you're racist?
Yes. Yes.
It's actually yes for me as well. So you're not alone.
Oh, I don't like that sucks, you know. I would like to go through life just having everybody like look at me and think, hey, there's someone, but unfortunately there's more to than me that they see. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm white, even though I have a very black great grandmother. But that's too far away, and it didn't transfer. And so anyway, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean,
which one am I apologizing?
I will say, like, when I look at white people, there are white people who I don't automatically think are racist. Like in you, I know you're not racist, but I think if I didn't know you, I would look at you and be like, he's probably racist. But
I mean, just put me in some camo.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't
that with a hook in it. Come on.
I wouldn't say the same thing about Eric Bergstrom. I wouldn't look at him and say that I think that he was racist. Definitely Dave Rosinsky.
Nah.
And it depends how Rachel was dressed.
Wait, what do you mean? Definitely me. Definitely.
Wow, come on, you look like a cop.
Yeah, you did.
What am I, a cop or something? Are you guys trying to set up my jokes for me? Thank you.
I'm a person that people will walk up to and say racist things, like when white people don't know that I'm black. Like I've just had people just straight up like say the most racist things about other people around me.
Like what is that guy? A cop? Something like that?
Worse.
Worse than that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is this about the day you and Dave met?
Well,
you've said some foul-mouthed things. Want to do a podcast?
No, I met Victor on Craigslist a few weeks ago. And I responded to a very inappropriate ad, if I might add.
I do have I mean, you just reminded me of a very stupid thing. Have you ever responded to a Craigslist ad?
No. Yes.
No.
Yes.
I've responded to a Craigslist ad as a joke.
Sure.
And then they wrote me back.
You mean a sexy ad?
Yeah. So someone wrote this
much
sexy
variety.
I mean, like I've gotten apartments. What are we talking about?
Someone wrote this sexy Craigslist ad about it was a woman, and she was writing about like all of this, just like a list of like crazy things that she wanted done to her and how she wanted to be talked to. And I just wrote her this thing. I wrote her this message, basically just calling her names, just like a straight up email, just calling her names. And then she wrote back and then said, "I'm a man, but I really loved your message. Can we hang out?"
Wow.
and then I was like, no. But then I started calling him names again, but not like mean names, but like he wanted to be dominated. So I started calling him dominating names in an email, and then he kept writing back.
Yeah.
Until I stopped and was like, okay, I'm bored. I thought it was funny because I thought it was hilarious, but it in the end it was boring.
One time I responded to a Craigslist ad. It was bartering firewood for 10-gallon jugs. And then I wrote, how much firewood are we talking about?
Oh my God. I'm so sorry that I started listening to you. All right. So I'm going to say no bell on that question because Dave started telling a crazy story.
Haha.
Yeah,
So it's
no, of
Dave's
course,
fault.
Dave.
Oh, yeah,
really-
yeah. Blame me for someone
No.
else's bell.
So Nick, you've answered all 6 questions. Thank you very much. It's time to decide whether or not you get $5. But before we do that, can you tell people out there where to find you?
We got a podcast called Get Rich Nick with Nick Vatterott. Check out a couple weeks ago, we did a podcast with Victor Varnado where he talked about NFTs, baby, making money.
NFTs, baby. That's right. And check it out. It's a great podcast. I went back and listened to a couple of other episodes. Awesome stuff. So
Thanks, buddy.
everybody, please check it out. All right. So now let's figure out whether or not you're going to get $5. We'd like to canvass the room. Dave, what do you think? Should Nick get $5?
I'm going to vote yes, just in case it is true that I cost him the 6th question. And I also enjoy his virtual background. It looks real.
All right. I think it is real. Okay. What do you think, Rachel? Should Nick get $5?
Yeah, he talked about Thanksgiving and how it's all about the food, and Anthony Bourdain was a great guy, at least in terms of food. So yeah.
All right. So that's another yes. Okay. And then what do you think, Eric? Should Nick get $5?
Yes. I think he deserves the $5. He was very honest about everything.
Okay. Well, he values honesty. Nick, what do you think? Should you get $5?
Absolutely not. You did my podcast, and I didn't give you jack shit.
Well, I'm going to give you $5 just so you feel bad. So congratulations. You win $5 whole dollars.
Oh, I'm giving it
Take
to
that.
Bergstrom.
Bergstrom don't need it.
We still have to wrap up the show. Thank you so much. You're a great guest. But Dave, what did you learn from this week's show?
I learned that we're spitefully giving away $5 now. Nothing is surprising on this show anymore.
Well, then I'm sorry that it has run its course for you, but I still want you to be part of the show, Dave.
Okay.
All right. Everybody check us out at unseemlyquestions.com and at Six Unseemly on all social media.
Starbane's Audio, a podcast network.